All right. So y'all been asking for this one, so I'm going to give it to you. Let's talk. This is the real, okay? This is the real deal, especially for young men out there. Some people are not going to like what I have to say. Some people will understand it and applaud it. Some people are just not going to get it. But here's the deal. Oh, if y'all wondering what's burning back here, that's my incense, if y'all see the smoke. So nothing's on fire. But braids and dreads on men. Specifically in corporate America. Probably, actually, before we go into this, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the like button and support the channel. I appreciate that. Braids and dreads on men in corporate America. I know a lot of guys that wear braids and dreads feel like it's an expression, right? It's an expression of their personality. It's an extension of their inner creativity. I get all that. However, the bottom line is this. You can go to any Fortune 500 company, pick the top 10, and go click on their board of directors. Look at the top 5 leaders. Look at the top 5 leaders in each of those companies. And you will see what their culture is. What you won't see is braids and dreadlocks. See, when you wear braids and dreadlocks in corporate America, you will be able to get into corporate America. It's just you're going to lock yourself out from moving up and specifically into those top categories of leadership. You're going to get locked out. That's just a fact. You can say, hey, Danny, it's not fair. That's a fact. You are going to be locked out. You're only going to move up as far as they want you to go, as far as where they want to see you, right? You're not going to be in those board meetings, sitting up there with dreads and braids hanging and you moving hair out of your face and all that. That's, as unfair as you may think that is, that's just a fact. Now, I'm in the South, right? Now, let me back up just for a little bit so I can put this in perspective. Now, if you own your own company, or if you're in some type of business like entertainment or an athlete, if you fit into those categories, you can forget what I'm saying. Because athletes, entertainers, and business owners are looked at differently because you control your own destiny to a certain extent. In corporate America, when you're working for a Fortune 500 company or a top 100 company in the US, you don't control your own destiny. There's always someone that's going to be above you that controls how far you go. Now, you can control how far you go to a certain extent by the way you present yourself, and of course by the work that you do. But the higher you go up on the corporate ladder, the more polished you're going to have to become. It's the culture of that particular company. Again, you don't have to like it. You don't have to work for corporate America. And I'm talking financial institutions. I'm talking your healthcare industries. I'm talking about insurance. I'm talking about your energy sectors. I'm talking about all these big industries that are multi-billion-dollar industries. Your tech industries. Go to Meta. Look at Meta's leadership board. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say Meta, it's the parent company of Facebook. Go there. Look at Zuckerberg. Look at all these guys. Go to Google, Amazon. You don't have to take my word for it. Go to those websites and pull up their leadership. Go to their board of directors. CEO, CFO. Look at the leadership. You're not going to see dreadlocks, and you're not going to see braids. It's just a fact. Get over it. When you're like in high school, fine. But when you hit 19 and you start to develop and you're going into college or whatever it is that you go into, whether it be the military, of course, they're not going to allow that. You have to transition, right? You can see your favorite rapper and want to emulate that look. But you got to realize something. These guys are making millions of dollars. They're branding themselves to sell their music. That's what the people that are above them want. They want them to look that way because it makes money, it sells songs. That look sells. But if you're not in that, and you say, well, I aspire to be a rapper, that's fine. I'm not here to bash that because, look, those guys that are in those industries, athletes, entertainers, it works in those industries. I am only talking about corporate America. So if you're not really in one of those and you say, well, I aspire to be, that's fine. But I am talking about those, if you are in tech, okay? If accounting, okay? You have a master's in business management. You're in some type of leadership role or aspire to be there. You're not going to get there by wearing dreads and wearing braids. It just doesn't work in corporate America. Okay? I was in corporate America. I was in banking for about 10 years. And let me tell you, you might be able to get in the door as a teller, maybe cash in someone's check, something along those lines. Maybe you worked in the mail room, you're a courier. But when it came to management, district managers, area managers, you start to get up in, higher up in those corporate, you don't see any of that. Everything's tight. Tight fades, nice short hair cuts, neat. That's corporate America. Again, you don't like it, you don't have to be part of corporate America. It's fine. But there's not a place for that in corporate America. It's just not. So, guys, I appreciate those that receive this message. Whether you got dreads or braids or what, we love you over here on Danny Moscow. But again, I'm just trying to give you guys the game. Okay? Corporate America, they don't like that. I don't make the rules. But you do have to play in those rules if you go into corporate America. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the like button. Support the channel.